Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Humna and I've been a practicing artist for I don't even remember how many years now. I use art as a tool to express what I feel. I went through a childhood where a lot of my emotions were blocked and I was unable to speak them, but I could draw them, and it became kind of like my superpower. And I never realized that it was something that I could also teach other people, which I recently started about 4 to 5 years ago. And I realized how wonderful impact of what I do has not only on my own mental health but on other people also. And that really inspired me to share my journey, share my thoughts, share my process with anybody and everybody so that they too can work through their emotions and understand what is it that they're feeling inside themselves so that they can manage it better, or at least understand and accept it. So I always have this thing that when I create an artwork, it's not about what I'm creating on the sheet of paper in front of me. It is always about what is getting created within my own being. So I look at myself as a piece of art, and as I spread whatever color or create a pattern, that pattern which I am creating is being created as something that is within me. And they're like doors that open into my childhood trauma, and that comes out, and things I haven't spoken about for many years, they kind of oozed out on the sheet of paper, and it was actually aligning my conscious and subconscious mind and being able to create and channel my intuitive voice to give me a feeling of being aligned from my heart to my head. And that was a magical journey that I went through, and which I started sharing with other people. And I thought, everybody asks me this question: what does it truly mean? What is an art healer? Or what does it mean, expressive, intuitive art? What does it really mean? And so I'm going to try and explain what it is to begin with. I've got my notes here, and I'm going to also explain first what it is, and then I'm going to explain why it's so important that people should give this form of expressive art, intuitive art, a chance, and what benefits it has and what effects it has on our mental health. So let's get started. As the name really suggests, expressive, intuitive art, right? So what it means is, expressive is that what you feel and what you know inside your being, but you are unable to voice it, is what you're going to be channeling into your artwork. So the artwork is not about taking a butterfly and putting it on a paper, or drawing humans, or whatever it is that exists in the reality. It's more to do with an abstract form of channeling into what we are feeling rather than what we are seeing from our eyes. And that's where the whole expression comes in, where it's more expressive. It's more about how a color or a pattern or a shape makes you feel. And that's now, what does that mean is when we were children, when we went to school to learn art, first of all, I want to clarify this, that you cannot learn art. You can be inspired to create art, but art is something every single human being is born with, the knowing of being able to create art. We are all creative beings, and we have different ways of creating art, and art is a way we stay in awe of this universe. So what it means is that art is when you are a child and you see the world through the heart, through your soul, in curiosity of what could it be? How can I get better? What is there to learn from a leaf falling down from a tree? It's that kind of awe a person has, and that is a way of being artistic. So That's my understanding, at least. You can not agree to me, that's okay. But children or people who have gone to schools have been taught art, and I kind of don't like the idea of saying you can teach art. You can actually have a space where you allow people to be inspired by other people and other people, artists and stuff like that. But you can't teach people art, because that's something soul-based. You can't teach a soul to be light. It is already light, you know. So it's that kind of understanding. And when we are doing expressive art, there is no right or wrong. It's real, it's raw, and it's authentic, and it's from the inside core of your being. It's from your soul. So when people are judged for creating art, they are being judged for that, what they are feeling and what they are creating. And the thing is that creativity is something that is limitless. So when you are judged or given a grade or told by a teacher that this is good or this is bad, you can draw, you can't draw, that's when you stop the child from being in awe of their own curiosity. And that's where you stop their process of being able to be a creative human being. And it's very, very painful and harmful for a child to grow up thinking they can't do art, because like you can't play. It's as simple as that. Art is something that is a curiosity of being able to create in this world, and that gets taken away at a very young age. So you don't learn how to be expressive, and you don't learn how to say that what you are feeling, and this way, when you learn and channel into your feelings, into your creativity, that's when you create magic. You create that what doesn't exist, and it is so mind-boggling that at times when you are creating from channeling into your emotions, and that what comes out on the sheet of paper, you look at it going, oh, is that what I did? And you go into this moment of awe. It's like, I don't think I could do this, but wow, did I do this? And it's that moment where you feel so empowered in your soul and you feel very connected. Anyway, that's like the benefits I kind of went forward. But so expressive intuitive art, the word expressive is all about being able to express, being real, raw and authentic, and being able to connect to your feelings and to your emotions and bringing them out on the sheet of paper rather than looking at something and taking that as an inspiration. You go within yourself and you dig deeper within how you feel and you bring that out on the paper, and that cannot be right or wrong. It cannot be judged. So when there is a safe space where you're allowed to create without judgment and flow, you come into a space where you go into the knowing of what you already know in your heart, to be playful, to be colorful, to be experimental, to explore without boundaries and limitations. That is when you get into your intuition and you tune into that space, that voice, which is kind of like a wild dance. It's kind of like the leaf that just drifts with the wind. It's kind of like that bird that flies high up in the sky. It's that feeling where you just know that the bird was meant to fly. The leaf is meant to drift with air and just fall down. It's very poetic. Intuition is something that is so soft and so within you. It's kind of like those little whispers, and you connect to those little whispers, and slowly those whispers become your guide, your teacher, and your intuition becomes so strong that the outside world automatically fades away. So if somebody who is teaching you art says don't use pink with yellow, your intuition is limitless. It kind of doesn't want to be held by what the outside source is saying. Rather, you've tuned in into your intuition and you're like, I think I want to give it a go. I think I know it'll work. I just know it'll work, you know, that feeling when that you go into that knowing. And the more you create art through this kind of a practice, the more you channel your intuition, and that kind of has an effect and benefit in your daily life. Anyway, again, going into the benefits, I won't do that. But yeah, I hope that explains what expressive intuitive art means and why is it so important. Sorry, we are so stuck in that what we see that we forget that there is actually a world that is unseen also, which is in our imagination. And so our imagination has kind of been limited with the right and wrong, good and bad, and all that sort of limitation, judgments. And so when you are sitting down to do this kind of art practice where you are being connecting to your emotions and feelings, and you're connecting to your intuition, the space needs to be safe. And when we were growing up, so many of us have had very unsafe environments, and if not unsafe outside of us, we haven't been very nurturing towards our own being. And so in a space where you do create such pieces of emotional connectivity, an intuitive voice, you allow yourself to feel safe. You allow yourself to not be judging that what you are feeling. And when you allow yourself to feel without judgment, you just relax into the now. You become calmer. And over time, you reach a place where you are so strong from your inside core that no matter what happens around you, your inside core holds you, your backbone becomes solid, that whatever happens outside has no effect on you. And a tremendous amount of healing happens when you channel into your emotions, and you are able to see your frustration, your anger, your resentments, your guilt and your shame. When you are able to recognize each emotion as that what it is, you are able to accept them, acknowledge them, embrace them, and then release them, and know that when they happen again, or when you feel guilt again or shame again, how to deal with it and how you can come out of it when the time is right. And because you've learned these tools of being able to express and be raw and vulnerable to you, you become your own healer. You become safe for yourself. You learn to be okay in being who you are. And so it's really important to give this form of art a chance, where you are able to relive at times. For some clients, that's what I do, take them back into the trauma or the place where they need to kind of revisit, and allow them to express that emotion, and then make them see it from the brain that is now, so that what is stored in your subconscious mind comes forward, and your conscious mind sorts it out through paints, through colors, through patterns, through different things that we do. And then you are able to release them from your system, and that automatically makes you feel so much lighter, so much present, so much calmer, and so much here, not there, not there. It's all about being here. Because you see, time is an illusion. That what's gone is gone. That what's gonna happen is gonna happen. But that what is happening right now is all there is. And so you become really present and that is one of the major benefits of doing this kind of art. And I do have a couple more here which I will read through for you. It really grounds you. You never feel alone. Because what happens is when you are creating art connected to your intuition and expressing yourself, you become safe for you. And when you become safe for you, you are able to have a conversation with yourself. When you are having a conversation with yourself, you become your own friend. You give yourself the time and attention that you are deserving of. And automatically, you literally get addicted to your own being, and you enjoy the silence so much because it allows you to go deeper into your intuition and connect to the unseen world. And that unseen world is one with the universe. So you literally start opening these invisible doors inside your imagination that take you into different parallel lives, and all this happens while you are creating art and expressing on the sheet of paper, and you don't even know it's happening. It is that magical how you heal yourself through this process. It is incredibly cool, guys. And because I've been doing it for so many years and I'm teaching it to other people now, I was very shy about it. I literally thought I was mad. But I spent a long time in silence. There were days where I used to sit for hours in just silence, creating art, listening to the sound of how my pencil would touch the paper, and that would be my teacher. How a movement of my hand would be my focus. And so the world just completely fades away and you kind of become so you. And it's very soft. The whole process of creating art like this is very soft. Anyway, I can go on tangents like this, but I do want to stick to the benefits. And one thing is, there's so much stress or fear that is being created into this world. When you create from such practices, you are creating beauty into this world. You don't realize it, but every single human being, the consciousness is connected as one. You and I are one. And if you've landed on this video, then that means that your energy and my energy is connected at some level. And when we create, even if I am creating just in silence on my own, the consciousness, my brain, as it expands and the awareness goes deeper, it has an effect on other people also. And so when I'm creating something out of pure raw and realness of my soul, if I'm pouring out my soul into this world, then soul is energy, energy is light, light is love, and love is what I'm bringing out into my painting through my emotions and channeling through my intuition, creating beauty into this world. And so in a world where there's so much fear, you are creating beauty, love, light, energy, and soulful, meaningful practices and artwork. And that is magic. That's just magic, guys. That's just magic. So you allow yourself to create beauty into a world, and that's what you leave behind. And you'll have to excuse me with my iPad ting because I'm not going to edit this because I don't want to break my video. You build a deep connection with your inner voice, like I explained. You learn to let go and be accepting of your journey, yourself and others. You practice forgiveness towards yourself and others. And like I say, these are things that I have overcome myself by practicing this skill for so many years now, and I teach it. So if there's anything that you feel that you are stuck in, like regret, shame, guilt, or any kind of low level vibrational emotions, you can connect to me either through my Instagram or here. My Instagram is HUMNA _being, and my TikTok is HUMNA 369, so you can connect from either one of them, and or leave a comment down here saying what you think of the video and if it made a difference at all. And if you'd like to give it a go, you can book one-on-one sessions, or you can join my weekly sessions, which happen on Friday and which happen on full moon, where I teach people how to channel into their energy, into their soul, into their light, and create beauty with me. So these are really powerful and deep, intense clearing, deep meditative and mindful sessions, and they're really, really healing. So if that's something you'd like to join in, send me a message. And you practice forgiveness. This was a big one for me, forgiveness, because I found it very, very hard for me to forgive myself. And so you deal better with uncertainty and always are prepared for the unknown. That is again a benefit that happens when you practice this kind of art form, because you just have to let that what wants to get created be created, and so you don't know what's going to get created. And so you, over time, when practicing over and over and over again, you become very okay with uncertainty. You're like, yeah, let's see what happens, let's see what will get created, let's get into the unknown and not worry about what we'll create, but let's just create. You allow your creativity to become a pathway to your vulnerability. You allow yourself the conversations to happen with you yourself becoming your own healer, and you let go of judging your own self. So for example, if you are wanting to marry somebody, just example, and you're judging yourself, no, I can't marry her because she is blah blah blah, or he is blah blah blah, and what will the world say, I'm too old, she's too young, or she's too old, I'm too young, what are people going to say, all these sort of judgment. By the way, this is just an example, I'm not saying this is what happened, but what I'm trying to get to is that you start saying the truth to yourself, that no matter what this person or this situation is, I am in love with this person, and I can accept it, I can acknowledge it, because that's the truth. And then you start speaking your truth, and it clears your throat chakra. So this sort of an exercise also helps you with clearing your throat chakra and becoming vulnerable, and knowing that what your truth is your truth, and there's no right or wrong on what you are feeling, because your feelings cannot be wrong. Feelings are feelings. You feel a certain way, and you allow yourself to feel them and not judge them. You gain clarity into your emotions, thoughts and feelings, and work through them in a healthy and creative way. I cannot emphasize how life-changing being able to connect your emotions to your creativity is. Like, it is one of the biggest gifts that you can give yourself, is to connect your creativity as a form of expression and be able to unblock those feelings and emotions that you don't even know are inside you, but they make you heavy, they make you depressed, they make you anxious, they make you sad, and they allow you to just see yourself as naked, just naked. And you, over time, start falling in love with the naked you, and you start seeing yourself not for who you are, but what your creator created you as. And you automatically start shifting into forgiveness, into acceptance, into love, into compassion towards yourself. And your self-worth gets better. You gain confidence in saying what you feel, and what you feel is what you say. It is magical, guys. I can just go on and on, but it's long. I'm sure the whole video is going to do long anyway, so I better stop. But I'm just going to show you, like, the exercises that I do are super simple. What I teach is very, very, very simple, and how I do it is through mindful meditation while we are creating. I prompt you, and so you don't really have to be an artist to be in my sessions, and we just kind of work through stories and learn how to create patterns and be able to connect with your emotions. That's what it looks like. And And I swear to God, you do not need to be an artist for this, because a lot of people who message me say, oh, I'm not an artist, I don't know how to do this. But you don't need to be an artist. And that's the best part. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know, send me a message, connect with me. I'd love to hear from you. And I will start sharing these sort of videos through my channel. So if it resonated with you, do share, like, and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Enjoy a lovely day and have fun.